From the Depths, Noob Playthrough, Episode 11. We're challenging ourselves today with another 150 square. This time it's got a fortress on it, so I don't know exactly what to expect. The crazy thing, believe it or not, is this is the third time I did this battle. This game has a problem that if it's on too long, I don't know if it's the game itself or just the battle goes on too long, it starts to get erratic. So here we are, third try. Actually, this part I only had to do once because this is just the base assault and it takes very little time. First though, I was wondering, is this 150, this base alone? Surely it can't be. And then find out afterwards, of course, that no, there's a fleet waiting to go to battle with you right after this. Suspecting that there has to be more than this and that I might have a big battle to fight after this, I actually shut the missile ship's ammo or AI right off just so it can hang back and save its ammo. This is a weird base too. It's actually has a resource spot, but it's really meager. I don't even think it has any steel, so economically it's just not worth it, but just strategically, as far as like a military guard outpost standpoint, it has some value maybe. Myself, there's a good chance I won't even bother building here. It's just not worth it. For a resource point that has no steel, this thing sure took a lot of steel to make. But I guess this is how you do it if you're the Onyx watch. I've got 3 super thugs right now blasting away with their twin 1400 mil crams at this. This cannot last long. This is definitely a job for big guns. And the thug definitely has that. Yeah, and for contrast, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I called the missile ship the Negotiator. The guns here are both very weak and their firing rate is not very impressive at all. The level of punishment that we're chucking into him versus what he's chucking to us is so disproportionate. Look at this, this is so beautiful. Look at them, perfectly in a line, all going the same direction. This is it. This is the beauty shot right here. Doesn't get better than this. This is what you dream of when you're setting up your AI, this kind of stuff. Now, if I haven't mentioned it before, the Griggot's redesigned thug is just a beast. They're not cheap though, but I'm going to try keep some version of this thing going on for as long as I can in the campaign. Okay, the base must be just a pile of rubble by now. I'm running the game today in simple instead of fantastic because I was having pretty bad slowdown problems in the battle, so we'll see how this looks, and if it looks good, we'll stick with simple. Visually I am noticing a little difference, but not a crazy big difference. Okay, here we go. Now we need to set up carefully for the other one. This is the big actual battle here. This is the one we can actually get hurted. The problem I had before is I could only spawn in with 2 ships or just 1 thug, which made the battle really tough and extended it forever. That was half the problem. I want to start from as far away as possible to try to get them a bit extended so they're not hitting me as a big glob. Okay. This right here is the Attila, the 120 mil twin gun little ship. It's already been redesigned and we'll probably see it next episode. Griggot's got his hands on it and did his magic. At this point point, I only have 2 ships. This one and the Negotiator. So we're going to be very careful here, or we're going to be in trouble. Trouble is, being really careful tends to extend the battle, which is another huge problem, as you know. I'm not ready to do the battle again. Oh good, I got a thug in now too. So we have 3, this is not bad. We have a chance now. Let's see what we're dealing with. No central super scary ship. That means I'm probably going to go after the ship that's the closest to me, just to simply nip away at the edges. I don't see any ship here with a gun that I need to especially worry about more than the others. Yeah, in the last couple of battles I fought since the one that was on the last episode, EMP hasn't had the dramatic effect it did in that episode at all. In fact, it almost seemed like a waste of ammo, especially against something like a Warden. It did nothing. I don't even recall shutting a single gun down with my EMP missiles. So because of that, I'm going to switch the ammo mix, instead of being pure EMP to being 2 maybe explosive and then 1 EMP, something like that. We'll see. I do have to do some experimenting. I also experimented with torpedoes carrying EMPs as well, and against a small ship, pretty good, but anything medium or bigger, not that great. Speaking of torpedoes, next episode 2 I will be debuting my little torpedo ship. I'm going to start experimenting with a new fleet doctrine, and it basically involves using a whole bunch of torpedo boats as pawns in effect, right at the beginning of the battle. These boats, or the torpedo boat, is super cheap, about 80,000 RP, and the theory is you start a battle off with maybe 4 or 5, and then maybe about half as they get injured, you know, hit maybe 90% injury, you just pull them out of battle, and then basically the thug can replace them, and so the torpedo boat will soften everything, and then as you pull them out of battle, they get replaced by the heavy hitters. I realized I was doing my battles in kind of a stick-in-the-mud way, not really looking at how I potentially can fight it, and was just doing it the same way every time, so yeah, I'm going to try experimenting. We'll see what happens. And I love my little torpedo boat too. 6 of them in testing could take down one of those giant, what do they call those things? You know, it starts at B, yeah, the bulwark, yeah, it would just take it down. It would take a little bit of time, but they would maybe 1 or 2 get damaged after you pulled out, and there'd be at the battle maybe 4 left, but the bulwark would just be a smoldering wreck. So starting next episode, I'll be scared of the bulwark no longer, just the Erie. I jest, the bulwark is still a crazy formidable ship. Okay, one of my big jobs in the battle is to keep an eye on new fresh... Oh, there we go. I mean, fresh spawns, and you have to make sure that they don't spawn just amongst some ship where they can get a beautiful broadside, so you have to be really careful. And this... No, there's no ships close by on mine for this one. I'm okay now. This is the Negotiator. Tough as hell. You know, I'm going to put some ejectors on it maybe, because I think that's maybe one of the reasons the missiles fire so erratically. I think I said erratic like 5 times so far this episode. Almost every episode I have some overused phrase or word, I think. This boat will probably keep going as is through the Onyx Watch campaign, and then after that we'll give it a sort of a rethink. Okay, Okay, see if we have any new spawn-ins. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure, but I think we're gonna go after the sailing ship over here anyway. He's starting to get ahead of the rest of the bunch, and we don't want to get in a situation where we get too close to him by accident and get broadsided.
Engaging now.
Finally, we're seeing the wooden ships. Wow, just melted in half. I didn't even see what got him. I assumed it was a cram, but I didn't actually see. Okay, I think this is a new spawn. It looks pretty healthy and intact, even though it's not really close to anything. And this over here is, oh, this is a new one too. Okay, we gotta be careful. He's close. We gotta take care of this guy. And he's close to the one guy that can't do anything close by the negotiator missile ship. It actually is a very bad situation here. This is what I was trying to avoid all along.
Engaging now.
He's getting into perfect broadside position. This is not good. Oh shit. Not bad, and not the broadside I was expecting. I thought there was going to be more. I thought there was like a sheet of iron coming at me. He seems to have other things on his mind. He's trucking somewhere else. After the way the other sailing ship melted, I'm not even worried about this one anymore. Just make sure they don't get close. I don't know how much more spawning he's gonna have, but I know we have another thug ready and the wings ready to come in soon too, so looks like we're going to be covered. I think we're going to be able to take this battle no problem, it looks like. Essentially damage free, and he has very little that can affect damage on us now. I don't want to say it's officially a roundup because I don't know if he's got anything more coming in, but it's tempting.
Engaging now.
I don't see anything. I think this is it. We've got what we're gonna get. Okay, I spoke too soon. This looks new. And he's pretty close. Not exactly fast reflex on this ship. He's taking his time to start firing. Finally. This ship's pathetic. Even at close range, so little. So from now on, the smaller battles I'll be leading off with the thugs, and the short or the big battles or the 100 plus squares, I'll be trying various experiments with fleet doctrines. Now, I'm not sure if I'm using the word or the phrase fleet doctrine correctly, but it sounds right to me, so I'm going with it. Yeah, it's about now where the crews and the boats are starting to give each other high fives and, we got this taken care of look to each other. Yeah, and no high fives are getting exchanged on that little ship there. Oh, somebody's got a gun that still works. This is our big enemy now. By this point, everybody's so out of ammo, so we're just basically trickling along. I do have ammo processors and everything, but not very many because I want to save the precious metal. Are you freaking kidding me? I think I have a new spawn in. I was so not expecting anything anymore.
Engaging now.
The little guns are shredding them. Now, please let that be as far as spawning goes. I'm desperate that the battle doesn't go too long, as you know. He's definitely dying, but he's not done yet. Several hours later... Maybe this music will give our sailors energy to finish this battle off. I'll be honest with you, even if I was into capturing, I'm just not into the swim over these boats. I'm just too lazy. I'm not even convinced we need an avatar. Did I just blow your mind? That said, I know I'm a noob, and I might just not have figured out what the avatar's real purpose is here, other than ship capture, which I don't do. Okay, finally this guy seems to be getting the attention he so deserves. I don't think I see anybody else. This morning now, this guy's still around. Damn, he's resilient. This would have been another situation where the little torpedo boat would have been handy. They're good at finishing things off as well. Of course, they'd have the same problem my other boats are having, lack of ammo. So as I said, starting next episode, we'll be trying to get a little bit more sophisticated with how we form our fleets, and just try to not do things the same old way every time. Basically keep them guessing, even though it's not a human opponent we're dealing with. Or maybe more accurately, it's about making my fleets less of a guess, and more what I really know actually. And again, I don't think I'm wrong. EMP just didn't seem to have the impact, so to speak, that it did previously. Well, it might even be an idea halfway through the battle switch the missile composition over to just pure damage. No EMP. Okay, I hear the music, so battle's about to end, even if he doesn't realize. Oh, he must know it. Look at him. Poor guy. As to all the people waiting for me to build a big battleship, you have to wait quite a bit longer. I have no immediate plans for that right now. And I don't even have the materials anyway, even if I wanted to. Okay, thank you for watching. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. We'll come out with a new episode pretty soon. It's going to be a good one. Torpedo heaven.